Hello and welcome. My name is Alan, and today we're going to just looking at some of the news stories going about. I've got three here I think deserve notice. Uh, First one is we're seeing further proof of climate change. Apparently, Southern California is in the midst of the worst heat wave of the year. Not only this, we know there's also a heat wave rocking China. So much is just, yeah, things are getting worse and worse. And some people just want to bury their head in the sand, refuse to acknowledge it. Next story we want to look at, um, there is a water crisis in Jackson, Mississippi, and it had gotten so bad the city temporarily ran out of bottled water to give residents. And we also know they put up boil alerts on water if you plan on consuming it, brushing your teeth with it, I think showering with it. So yeah, they say a lot of it stems from the uh, infrastructure, the pipes that held this water for so long. So yeah, it's getting pretty bad in Jackson, Mississippi. Residents are saying faucet water is discolored. Uh, so yeah. And lastly, there's a story here. October is when a new set of uh, Congress people are meant to come in for China, and they expect uh, Xi Jinping, or wait, Xi Ping, basically Xi, the leader, the one they like to call Winnie the Pooh, but he don't like it. They expect him to be reelected for another several years as leader of China. And this one I thought was interesting because it matches up with the 1930s a little too well. In the 1930s, we saw countries turning to authoritarian leaders who would take power for years upon years upon years, almost lifetimes. And it worries me simply because if you're a student of history, you know what happened after the 1930s. You had the rise. uh, the Japanese Empire, the Nazis in Germany, and Mussolini in Italy. Um, but yeah, the war axis, the Axis powers during World War II. Uh, it worries me a lot. Maybe it's just an observation. We should leave it as that, but it scares me. But I'll go ahead and end this episode here. See you all in the next one. Until then, later.